Welcome back. Now it's time for a special segment. Earlier this month, I had a chance to visit my local Goodwill store and speak to both the Vice President of Operations and the Director of Marketing for Goodwill Niagara about all the good that Goodwill stores do in their respective communities. Here's that interview. I'm joined by
Nell Scarry, Vice President of Operations for Goodwill Niagara.
Bob Romeo, Director of Marketing for Goodwill Niagara.
Now, I would love to talk about what your mission statement is and what the overall goal of the organization at Goodwill is.
Basically, to help people here in our community, in our own community. All the money raised from our stores through the generous donations stay here in Niagara to help fund training programs, create jobs in our community, and affordable senior housing, which we have 2 buildings here in Niagara.
And would you mind explaining what the job looks like for the employees? You kind of briefly touched on it before the interview, but I'd love to unpack that further and just how amazing of a place Goodwill is to work.
Goodwill Niagara has just under 200 employees here in the Niagara region, and they work tirelessly through our 7 retail stores, 8 donation centers, 2 affordable seniors housing complexes, 2 community centers, our employment programs, and community service throughout the Niagara region.
And I would love to talk about where the revenue goes towards. A lot of people think of Goodwill as just a retail store or a secondhand store, and they don't necessarily know the amazing work that you're doing behind the scenes. So would you mind unpacking a little further what the revenue of sales goes towards?
Yeah, well, we help a lot in the community for general assistance. We also do create jobs here within the company, as well as training programs. We have the Building Futures program, which is constructing our future, construction kids, and culinary. So we have training programs ongoing. There's a new one starting up in January as well. So they learn all the skills and then they get placed out in the community. It's a very successful program that we have to give those between 15 and 30 a new start and a new career.
And then on the topic of community support, it's the weekday. It's about 10 in the morning, and I'm not sure if the camera's picking this up, but there's some traffic behind me. We have a lot of shoppers coming and doing their thing. I'm curious, how much does this Goodwill support the Niagara community?
Goodwill Niagara is one of the greenest organizations in Niagara, so supporting our community through reducing, reusing, and recycling is extremely important. With over 15 million pounds of donations this year, we are able to give back to our employees by being one of the leading employers in the market for wages and for benefits. And we are also able to then support the community by giving them an affordable place to shop to buy things that they need.
And with the weather beginning to change outside, do you notice that there's a busier time that more donations are needed or more people are coming in to shop?
More people are coming in now. Obviously, it's Christmas time. It's the gift to give back. So if you do have donations at home that you're not necessarily using, you think someone else could do it, by all means, bring it down here. But people are also looking for that unique gift. Maybe bringing back a memory this Christmas, maybe an old teapot that grandma had that got lost, and you can make the family smile again, stuff like that. A lot of people are coming in for things.
So you mentioned the old teapot. There's the misconception again that you can only donate clothes to Goodwill, but what other things can be donated?
Here at Goodwill Niagara, you can donate furniture, you can donate dishes, you can donate knickknacks, picture frames, anything that you can find in your home, inside or out, can pretty much be donated.
Now, I would love to talk about the rise in thrift shopping. It's no secret, and I'm sure at Goodwill you see a lot of thrift shoppers coming in and ransacking the shelves and stuff like that. But I'm curious, does thrift shopping support your company's overall mission, or does it challenge it a little bit?
Yeah, it's all about being sustainable, and a lot of people come in here and will find brand names, which is really cool that they get the brand names here for a very good price. And you may pick out an outfit that you put together for school or Halloween or a party, and people, where did you get that? Well, I put it together at Goodwill. You can be very creative when you come in here and get a good bargain as well. And keeping it out of the landfill is very important, giving it that clothing or even an item that you bought a second life.
Over the holidays, it's important to remember that you don't always have to be donating money. In fact, sometimes the best donations or the best gifts are the ones that are more personal. I'm here at Goodwill Niagara, where countless people, as you can see, have donated various clothing, household items, and not a lot of people know where these donations go to. They actually help support the community and provide jobs for people with disabilities or seniors or just people that are struggling to find work. After the break, we'll have our conversation with Canada Blood Services about how critical blood and plasma are to everyday medical care, including surgeries, cancer treatments, and other medical treatments. Stay with us. We'll be right back.